Real talk, let's have an honest conversation about your breakfast right now. You're probably eating eggs already, maybe scrambled, maybe fried, thinking you're doing something good for your body. And you are, but here's what most men don't realize. You're missing out on massive protective potential. Those eggs could be doing so much more for your prostate health with just two simple additions. I see this pattern every single day in my practice with men over 50. They come in worried about their prostate, asking about medications and procedures. But when I ask about breakfast, they tell me plain eggs, maybe some toast. They've got the protein part right, but they are leaving the most powerful protection on the table. Your prostate doesn't care how much protein you eat if you're not feeding it the antioxidants it desperately needs. After decades of oxidative stress and inflammation, that gland needs defenders. And the beautiful thing is, those defenders are probably already sitting in your kitchen right now. I'm Dr. Isabel Lopez, a specialist in men's health and nutrition, and I've spent years studying how simple food combinations can transform prostate health. Follow this channel because today I'm showing you exactly how 2 ingredients turn your regular eggs into a prostate protection powerhouse. What you learn in the next few minutes could change your morning routine forever. Let me tell you why this information matters and why you should trust what I'm about to share. I've worked with hundreds of men who came to me with rising PSA levels and prostate concerns. Many of them were able to see real improvements in their lab results after making strategic dietary changes. This isn't theory. This is what I've witnessed happening in real clinical practice. The science backing this approach is solid and it keeps getting stronger every year. Studies on lycopene from tomatoes show clear connections to reduced prostate cancer risk. Research on olive oil polyphenols demonstrates powerful anti-inflammatory effects throughout the body. When you combine these with the complete protein from eggs, you create something remarkable. I've been in this field long enough to see trends come and go. But what doesn't change is basic biochemistry and how certain nutrients protect cellular health. My experience combines academic research with practical application in real people's lives. I've seen men reverse concerning trends just by being intentional about what goes on their breakfast plate. The context matters here too because we're living in a time when prostate issues are incredibly common. But we also have more nutritional research available than ever before. What excites me is when I can take complex studies and translate them into something as simple as upgrading your eggs. That's the sweet spot where science meets real life. Here's the issue with eating plain eggs and nothing else for breakfast. Yes, you're getting excellent protein, and yes, eggs have some nutrients. But you're not getting the antioxidant firepower your prostate needs to defend itself. Without those protective compounds, your prostate remains vulnerable to the daily assault of oxidative stress. Think about what happens in your body after age 40 or 50. Inflammation starts creeping up everywhere. Cells face more oxidative damage. Hormonal changes create pressure. Your prostate is sitting there taking hits from all directions. Plain eggs give you building blocks, but they don't give you shields. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to show you exactly how to fix this. The problem is that most men think eating healthy means just avoiding bad foods. But true protection comes from actively including the right combinations. Without lycopene, without polyphenols, your prostate is like a fortress with weak walls. Let me give you a comparison that makes this crystal clear. Imagine you have a powerful car with a great engine. That's your eggs giving you protein and energy. But if you never change the oil or add coolant, that engine breaks down fast. The tomato and olive oil are your maintenance fluids. They keep everything running smoothly and prevent long-term damage. Let's start with the first game-changing ingredient, tomato. This can be fresh diced tomato or a quality natural tomato sauce without added sugar. When you add tomato to your eggs, whether scrambled or in an omelet, you're introducing lycopene directly into the mix. This is where the magic starts happening. Lycopene is an antioxidant that has been extensively studied for prostate health. Multiple research studies have found associations between higher lycopene intake and reduced risk of prostate cancer. But here's the key detail most people miss. Lycopene absorbs much better when consumed with fat. That's why adding it to eggs, which already contain fat, is brilliant. The mechanism is straightforward but powerful. Lycopene neutralizes free radicals that would otherwise damage prostate cells. It helps regulate cell growth and supports healthy inflammation responses. When you eat tomatoes with eggs regularly, you're creating a consistent protective environment for your prostate tissue. You don't need fancy preparation here. Dice up half a tomato and throw it into your scrambled eggs. Or keep a jar of homemade tomato sauce in your fridge and add a spoonful. The heat from cooking actually increases lycopene availability. Now let me tell you about the second ingredient that amplifies everything. Extra virgin olive oil is your second prostate protector, and it works beautifully with both eggs and tomato. You can use it in two ways: drizzle it in the pan while cooking your eggs, or add a finishing drizzle on top. Either way, you're introducing powerful polyphenols and healthy fats into your breakfast. The science on olive oil and men's health is impressive. These polyphenols have strong anti-inflammatory properties that work throughout your entire body. Chronic inflammation is a major factor in prostate problems, and olive oil directly addresses this. Plus, the monounsaturated fats support healthy hormone balance, which is crucial for prostate function. What I love about olive oil is how it enhances everything else on your plate. It helps your body absorb the lycopene from the tomatoes even better. It adds richness to your eggs without inflammatory seed oils. And it provides its own antioxidant protection on top of what the tomatoes bring. Just 1 tablespoon makes a difference, but you can use up to 2 if you enjoy the flavor. Choose quality extra virgin olive oil, the kind that tastes fruity or slightly peppery. That taste tells you the polyphenols are present. With both ingredients now in play, let's talk about making this a lasting habit. Join the Members Club, drop a super like, and let me show you how to make this a permanent part of your life. Start simple in week 1 by just adding tomato to your eggs. Get used to that combination. Notice how it changes the flavor and texture. This gradual approach helps new habits stick. In week 2, bring in the olive oil. Now you have both protective ingredients working together. For the next 30 days, make this your standard egg preparation. Eggs with tomato and olive oil becomes your baseline, not your exception. You can add other vegetables or herbs, but these 2 ingredients stay constant. The simplified version works perfectly for busy mornings. Prepare a batch of homemade tomato sauce over the weekend. Keep your quality olive oil right by the stove. Then making protective eggs takes the same time as making regular eggs. No complicated recipes, no extra shopping trips. Here's what I want you to avoid: store-bought tomato sauces loaded with sugar and preservatives. Those actually work against your goals. Also skip cheap, refined oils labeled as olive oil but lacking real polyphenols. Quality matters here because the protective compounds come from quality ingredients. Try this approach for 30 days and pay attention to how you feel. Many men report better energy and improved digestion. Comment below about your experience. Share this with friends who need it. And remember, a simple plate of eggs can be your strongest ally in prostate health.